everyone, and welcome back. Thank you for joining me once again. Today's routine is a little different. There's a little bit of a challenge in this one. I am going to be going through 13 different sun salutations. So we'll have our regular sun salutation, and then I'm going to throw in a little bit of literally twists and turns to kind of get some different muscles in your body working during a sun salutation. So a sun salutation, in general, invigorates your entire body. It works all the key muscle groups. It is your morning cup of coffee. It gets that blood flow into your body, gives you the energy that you need for the day, it gets oxygen out to all the muscles that need it throughout your body. So before you start this session, make sure you go back and you've done my sun salutation class all the way back at the very beginning. That's going to give you the base that you need to be able to go through these sun salutations. We'll be doing 13 of them, and I'm not going to be breaking them each down individually. We'll be going at a little bit of a faster pace. Not too fast, because we all want to make sure that we can make it through to the end, because there are 13 of them. But I just want to make sure that you're very familiar with the sun salutation. We'll take this first one very slow, because I'll break it down a little bit more and give you some instruction of how we're going to proceed going forward. But let's get started. I think you'll really enjoy this. Let's come to the top of our mats. Bring the palms of your hands together and let your thumbs touch your heart center. Feel for your heartbeat. Probably beating pretty slowly. You may have just turned on your device and started watching this video, so you might not have had a whole lot of activity coming into this routine. But we're going to get your heart going, and we're going to see just how effective a sun salutation can be. Take a deep inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, bring your hands to your feet. Inhale, place the palms of your hands on your shins, come up slightly with a flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, coming into downward facing dog, and let's walk the dog. Raise one heel while you lower the other one, keeping both toes on the ground, just getting a little bit of movement into your legs to help stretch out those muscles behind your legs before we get into a whole lot of activity. We're just warming up those muscles. Okay, let's come back to our normal downward dog. For this first one where we go down onto the mat, you'll remember from my first video that you have the option of moving either through tabletop or through plank pose. For this first one, I'll move through tabletop, and for the remainder, or until I run out of energy, I'll be doing plank for the rest of them. Inhale, lower yourself down onto your knees, and then all the way down onto the mat. Keep your toes tucked under. We're going to do that throughout the entire duration. Palms of your hands go next to your chest. For this movement, we will always do cobra pose. Cobra pose is kind of just the easiest one to do during this entire flow, and it requires the least amount of explanation each time. So we're going to place the palms of our hands next to our chest, tuck those elbows in, shoulders back and down. Inhale, press those palms into the mat. Always make sure your shoulders are away from your ears and the tops of your thighs are on the mat. We don't want to lift those. We don't want to bring our shoulders up to our ears. We want a nice relaxed back. Lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward on the mat. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Deep inhale, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Palms together, palms to heart center. Close your eyes, thumbs at your heart, and feel your heartbeat. That's the most basic version of a sun salutation. We'll be adding a few different variations as we go each time. Slowly open your eyes, take a deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, lower your knee. Find your balance, find your stability. Lift your torso up, take those arms, reach them up to your ears, getting a little bit of a back bend if you can, coming into crescent pose. Exhale, folding over your front leg. Step your right foot to the back of the mat, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, coming into downward facing dog. Shift your weight forward or pass through tabletop, come all the way down onto the mat. Keep those toes tucked under. Inhale, press those palms in, coming up into cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward on the mat in between your hands, lower your back knee. Find your balance and your stability. Lift that torso up, take those arms, reach them up to the sky, bringing them up by your ears, getting a little bit of a back bend if you can. Exhale, folding over your front leg. Inhale, step your right foot forward, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Palms together, palms to heart center. Close your eyes, feel your heartbeat. Slowly open your eyes, deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, lower your knee. We're gonna go into a sweeping lunge now. Place the right hand down on the mat next to your left foot. Inhale, extend that left arm straight up to the sky, getting a nice revolved lunge. Feeling this in your upper back. Now bend that elbow, place the back of your hand on the small of your back. Getting a nice shoulder opener, getting a nice collarbone opener. Deep inhale, reach that arm all the way up to the sky, bringing it back next to your left foot. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Keep those toes tucked under, palms of your hands on the mat. Inhale, press yourself up into cobra. Exhale, lift those hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, step your right foot forward, lower your back knee. Left hand goes on the mat next to the inside of your foot. Right arm reaches straight up to the sky, feeling a nice sweep in this revolved position. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, let's bring the back of your hand down around to the small of your back. Nice big back opener. Opening up your shoulders, opening up your collarbones. Nice twist in your spine. Inhale, reach that right arm straight up to the sky. Exhale, bringing that hand back down onto the mat. Step your left foot forward. Deep inhale, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Palms together, palms to heart center. Close your eyes, feel your heartbeat. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, lower your back knee. Find your balance and your stability. Let's lift that torso up, bring the palms of your hands to heart center. We're gonna go into a revolved lunge now. Deep inhale, and then as you exhale, rotate your torso to the right, lean forward, and rest the back of your left arm, which are your triceps, on the top of your thigh. Press your palms together, right elbow pointing straight up to the ceiling, looking straight ahead. Looking straight ahead is what's going to help you keep your balance. Looking up at the sky is a little bit more of a challenge, but let's keep it a little bit simple with this one. Deep inhale. As you exhale, let's unwind, folding over that front foot. Step your right foot to the back of the mat, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, coming forward, lowering yourself all the way down, positioning those hands, keeping those toes tucked under. Coming up into cobra as you inhale. Exhale, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest toward your thighs, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward, lower your back knee. Find your balance and your stability. Let's lift that torso up, palms of your hands together, deep inhale, and as you exhale, rotate that torso, lean forward, resting the back of your right tricep on the top of your thigh. Press those palms together, left elbow pointing straight up at the sky, coming into a revolved lunge. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Let's unwind facing forward, fold over your front leg, right leg steps forward, deep inhale, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Palms together, palms to heart center. Feel that heartbeat. Deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, leave that knee up. Now in this pose, make sure that your left knee is either above your ankle or behind it. That's going to help to support it to keep it nice and strong. Start to lift that torso up and then raise those arms up as we sink into warrior one. Deep inhale, and then as you exhale, rotate your torso to the left. So you're going to start to look over that left leg, open your arms, coming into warrior two arms. But we are in a revolved high lunge. Deep inhale, really feeling this, really feeling those legs engage. Let's bring that back arm back and around, reaching those arms back up to your ears, sinking back into warrior one. Exhale, fold over your front leg. That one was a bit of a challenge. Let's step that left foot to the back of the mat. Lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Shift that weight forward, slowly coming down on the mat. Toes tucked under, palms next to your chest. Inhale, coming up into cobra. You know what? Exhale. Let's come back down. Take a deep inhale. And fully exhale. On your next inhalation, let's press those palms in. Once again, coming back into another nice cobra pose. Exhale, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, coming into downward facing dog. Inhale, let's step that right foot forward. Keep that back knee up. Find your balance and your stability. Inhale, let's lift that torso up. Bring those arms up by your ears, sinking low into warrior one. Deep inhale, exhale. Let's open those arms to your right hand side. Nice straight arms coming into a letter T as we come into a rotating high lunge on the opposite side. Nice deep inhale. Let's bring that right arm back around, reaching those arms, sinking low into warrior one. Fold over that front leg. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Deep inhale, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Palms together, palms to heart center. Close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat. Take a deep inhale for 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, and fully exhale. Okay, slowly open your eyes. Deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms. Swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, lower your knee. So we're gonna do what's called a low to high lunge. It's kind of like a jumping jack. So what's going to happen is you're gonna raise your torso up, and then you're going to bring your arms out to the side like a jumping jack, and they're going to meet in the middle above your head at the same time that your back knee lifts. Okay, so let's take this step by step. Let's lift that torso, arms are by your side. Inhale, start to lift those arms up, raise that back knee, both legs come nice and straight, and exhale, let's come back down, fold over that front leg. See, that was pretty easy. Let's step your right foot to the back of the mat, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat, press those palms into the mat, deep inhale, coming up into cobra. Exhale, lift those hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, lower, oh no, I'm sorry, that's my fault. Step your left foot forward, lower your back knee. Let's come up, lift that torso, arms by your side. Deep inhale, let's lift that back knee, lift that front knee, arms come all the way up to the center into a nice high lunge. Exhale, let's come back down, folding over that front leg. Right foot comes forward, deep inhale, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time, palms together and palms to heart center. Nice deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly open your eyes. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Keep that back knee up. Let's lift that torso. Bring your arms out to the side of your head with goalpost arms or cactus arms, and then reach those arms forward, coming into a high reaching lunge. Feeling this in that left glute. Wow. Inhale, let's come back to cactus arms. Fold over that front leg, step your left leg to the back of the mat, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Exhale, lowering yourself all the way down to the mat. Position those hands, tuck those toes under. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Exhale, lift those hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, step your right foot forward, keep that knee nice and high. Let's come up, raise that torso, bring those arms up into cactus arms. Nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, let's reach those arms forward, really feeling this in the back of that right leg, into your glute. Nice deep inhale, exhale, let's come back to cactus arms, fold over your front leg, step that left leg forward, deep inhale, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time, palms together, palms to heart center. Deep inhale, reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, palms of your hands on your shins. Exhale, coming up into a flat back, folding back down once again. Inhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, lower your knee. Okay, now we're gonna go into dragon pose, which is a hip opener. Let's bring that right hand around to the inside of your right foot. Walk that foot off to the side so that your knee is right next to your shoulder. If sun salutations are challenging enough for you, keep your hands where they are. Your hands should now be repositioned underneath your shoulders for support. You can stay up on your hands because this is a deep enough hip opener on its own. However, if you'd like to get a little bit deeper into this pose, start with your left arm. Bend your left arm and rest your forearm on the mat. Then follow it with your right arm and rest your right forearm on the mat. If you are in this pose and you think I'm half crazy, then you can bring the palm of your right hand on the mat while your left forearm sits on the mat. This is not as deep a hip opener. If even this thing makes you think that I'm insane, let's bring both hands up onto the mat. Whichever variation of this feels most comfortable for you. Always listen to your body, especially your hips. Okay, wherever you are, come up onto the palms of your hands, starting with the inside arm first. Now let's bring your right hand around to the outside of your right foot. Let's walk that foot back underneath your chest. Make sure those hands are underneath your shoulders. Step that right foot to the back of the mat. Lift your hips up to the sky. Press your chest towards your thighs. Pay attention to that left hip because it's there. You can feel it. Exhale, leaning forward and coming all the way down on the mat. Toes tucked under, palms next to your chest. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up to the sky. Press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, let's step that left foot forward. Lower your back knee. Bring that left hand around to the inside of your left foot. Let's walk your left foot out to the outside so that your knee is touching your shoulder. Reposition those hands underneath your shoulder blades. Staying here, or bend your right elbow, right forearm rests on the ground. Bend your left elbow, left forearm rests on the ground. If you think I'm half crazy, left hand rests on the mat while your right forearm rests on the mat. Or both hands. Whichever one feels best for you. Nice deep inhale. On your next exhalation, bring your left hand onto the mat, followed by your right hand if you are completely down. Let's bring that left hand to the outside of your foot, walk that foot back underneath your body, reposition those hands so they're under your shoulders. Let's step your right foot forward. Deep inhale, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Palms together, palms to heart center. Close your eyes, feel your heartbeat. Deep inhale, reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, and then lower your knee. Okay, let's lift your torso up, bring those arms out to the side. Nice big wide opening of your arms. Let's give ourselves a hug. Let's bring your left arm up over top of your right arm. Your left elbow is stacked on top of your right. Your hands are giving yourself a hug just behind your shoulders. Now, let's raise your forearms so that the backs of your forearms touch. You can stay here, or you can bring your left hand around to the front and try to grasp your right hand. And then raise your elbows to chin level. Nice back opener, nice shoulder opener, nice collarbone opener. Deep inhale, exhale. Release your arms, fold forward over your left foot. Step that left foot to the back of the mat, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Exhale, shift your weight forward, lower yourself all the way down, palms next to your chest. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, make sure it's up in between your hands, lower your back knee. Find your balance and your stability. Let's lift that torso up, open those arms nice and wide. This time switch those arms, the opposite arm comes on top, the right arm is on top, your right elbow is stacked on top of your left elbow. Give yourself a nice big hug. Deep inhale, let's lift those forearms closer together. Wrap those hands around if you can. Raise those elbows so that they're chin level or above. Nice big opener in your shoulders, in your back, in your collarbone. Nice deep inhale, exhale. Release those hands, folding forward. Take that left foot, bring it forward. Deep inhale, slowly coming up. One vertebra at a time, palms together, palms to heart. Close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat. It's there. It absolutely is there. Slowly open your eyes. Deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Let's keep that knee nice and high. Find your stability. Let's come up with those arms by your side. Torso is nice and perpendicular to the ground. Let's reach those hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and just drop your shoulders back and down. Opening up your upper back, opening up your chest, engaging your legs. Nice deep inhale, exhale. Fold over that front leg. That one wasn't so bad. Inhale.
Step your right foot to the back of the mat, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, downward facing dog. Exhale, shift your weight forward, lower yourself all the way down to the mat, toes tucked under, palms next to your chest. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest toward your thighs. Inhale, step your left foot forward, keep that back leg raised. Find your balance and your stability. Let's lift that torso up. Reach those hands around to the small of your back, interlace your fingers, sink those shoulders back and down. Nice big back opener, deep inhale. Exhale, release those fingertips, folding over that front leg. Right foot comes forward, deep inhale, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Palms together, palms to heart center. Close your eyes. Really feel that heartbeat. Okay, we're coming into my favorite version of downward dog here. Nice deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, left foot goes to the back of the mat. Guess what? No variations on the lunge this time. Okay, three-legged downward dog. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, draw your right knee up and in toward your chin or your nose. As you inhale, extend that leg either straight up to the sky or back. Or if you're having trouble with balance, just let your toes touch the mat. Just let those back toes touch just slightly. So this is three-legged downward facing dog. Very important. I'd like to say, just like Huey Lewis, make sure those hips are square. Make sure those hips are square with the front of the mat. Don't roll off to the side. Make sure they're nice and square. Deep inhale, exhale, lower your foot back down. Shift your weight forward, exhale, lowering yourself all the way down to the mat. Tuck those elbows in, toes tucked under. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Exhale, lift those hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Let's go into three-legged on the opposite side. Deep inhale. As you exhale, draw that knee up and in towards your chin. Exhale, extend it up, extend it back. Whatever feels nice and comfortable for you. I like to engage my foot, so I like to flex my foot. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Let's lower that foot back down. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Exhale, right foot comes forward, slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Palms together, palms to heart center. Nice deep inhale. We're going to go a normal one right now. Reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, left foot comes to the back of the mat. Lift your hips up to the sky. Press your chest towards your thighs. Exhale, shift your weight forward, slowly coming down onto the mat. Palms next to your chest. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Exhale, lift those hips up to the sky. Press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, right foot comes forward. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Palms together, palms to heart center. Last one, and this is a very relaxing one. Deep inhale. Sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. We'll move nice and slowly. Exhale. Open your arms. Swan dive down, hands to feet. Inhale, place your hands on your shins. Coming up halfway, flat back. Exhale, folding back over. Inhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Come down onto your knee. Exhale, right foot comes to the back of the mat into tabletop. Bring your knees further apart, letting your knees frame the outside of the mat. Big toes are touching, and then exhale. Shift your weight all the way back, coming into child's pose. Feel this opening in your lower back, this opening in your hips. Let your heart rate come down. If this is too much for you, you can make fists with your hands and stack your head on top of your hands so that your head is in line with your heart. This will help you to catch your breath a little bit more easily. It will bring your heart rate down. If you don't want to bring your heart rate down, you can keep those arms extended out. You can bring your arms down around the small of your back, reaching them down, bending your elbows, grasping the opposite elbow with the opposite hand. You can also support the top of your body by bringing your forearms onto the mat, letting your elbows touch the tops of your knees. Your forearms are right next to your head. This one's a little bit more relaxing. This one helps to calm any anxiety you might be feeling. Nice deep inhale. Full exhale. Another deep inhale.
And exhale. On your next inhalation, let's come up into tabletop and then lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Let's reposition those knees as you need to. Those toes can be flat on the mat. Palms of your hands next to your chest. Tuck those elbows in. Inhale. Let's come up slightly into a baby cobra. Don't overexert yourself. This is the last movement. Exhale. Coming back down onto the mat. Inhale. Let's pass back through tabletop. Let's reposition those knees one more time. Shift your weight coming back into child's pose. Take any variation of child's pose that feels good for you. Whichever one I described earlier. Arms extended out. Elbows at your knees with your forearms next to your head. Arms resting on the small of your back. Or your hands stacked with your forehead resting on your hands. Take a deep inhale. Full exhale. On your next inhalation, come up into tabletop pose. Reposition those knees if you need to so that they're straight. Let's bring that left foot forward, up in between your hands. Let's bring that right foot forward. Deep inhale, very slowly, reaching those arms all the way up to the sky. Palms of your hands together. Bring your fingertips to heart center. Close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat. That nice slow movement that we did, we were able to slow our heart down very substantially. Continuing to take nice deep full breaths. Continuing to slow your heart rate. Relax your body. Let's slowly open your eyes and let's celebrate the energy that we've given to our body, the strength that we've given to our body, the flexibility that we've given. Let's raise our fingertips to our forehead as we bow to one another and say namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I look forward to our next class together.